Hey guys! Psycrafter here. Today I am back with another podcast episode with Bailey. With it's another anime versus reality episode. We're talking more Your Line April. Episode 6 through to 11 because this has a weird 22 episode layout. I do not know why.
I don't either.
But we gotta get into these notes.
Alright. Who's going first, you or me?
Yeah, so late in the night, kids Tsubaki, so this anime shows a lot of like history along with the present story, but it works well. She has a broken ankle. She's not the one being carried. She's carrying kid Kosei home after he skinned his knee. It's like he has the lesser of the injury right now, and he's the one that's crying. But yeah, it was after they both tumbled down a hill. She's grateful that it was only his knee and not his hands, because his mum would kill her for that. It's like that's really what built up the violence against his legs and his head over his hands. Because if they damage his hands, he can't play.
Too precious. Yeah, like this movie I was watching. It's like goes to hit him or something. It's like, you can't like strangle him. He needs a throat to sing.
Yeah.
Or he needs legs to dance. And he's like, oh, he doesn't need his ass for. It's like canes him. It's like, yeah, he doesn't need that to dance. It's like old school movie.
I mean, technically, you sort of do. You shake what your mom gave you.
Yeah. Oh, this is like 1950s.
No, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And also, it's connected to the legs, so you sort of need that.
Alright, where are we? Going back to...
Yeah.
I can't make that, it's so small.
Well, I can't make it bigger. That's the annoying thing. Unless... Hold on. But, can you pass me the mouse?
Yeah. Why is it so tiny?
If I do, like, maybe... this.
Oh, that's better.
But then I need to do this.
That's still a bit better.
Okay, cool.
Alright, going back to Kusai's house to dry off.
I just realized you're like halfway out of the frame. I need to just do that a bit.
To dry off and dry their uniforms, Kaori asks where his family is, getting the expected answer of his father being out of the house on work.
So this is back in present time of the story.
Because it goes back and forth.
Yeah.
Kaori explores the house, quickly finding the piano room, which is covered in dust with the AC constantly on and filled with stuff. Swiping everything from off the piano.
Like absolute cat energy.
Yeah, well, off the piano, swiping everything from the piano, whatever. She's cleaning the piano. She sets about cleaning the dust of the piano, saying it needs a wholesome environment for playing in, opening the window to Tsubaki. Tsubaki's reaction to seeing Kaori with wet hair in Kusai's clothes is to throw her chair at him between houses. His anger carries over to the baseball training.
Her anger.
Yeah, well, her anger. But when she hears bad piano playing, she, Ryota, and Nao all come over to say how bad Kusai is playing.
I think you can just call him K.
K-Dog. Right.
Yeah.
Nano asks Kaori which competition K is being forced to take part in, and it's the Mai Tai music competition. The same competition came and fell apart at 3 years ago.
Okay, so Kaori wants to see Kosei play even if he can't hear the notes. Quoting Snoopy's line of, "It takes courage to sail in uncharted waters." I cannot believe we're quoting Snoopy for this.
Yeah.
She follows an Anton Rubinstein quote, she follows with another quote from Anton Rubinstein of, "Before your fingers touch the keys, you must determine in your mind how you're going to play it." before leaving him to the piano. Over time, Kay seems to be playing really well, but to Carey, his imagery is not good enough.
There's
Drilling
no
it into his
pleasing
head.
this bitch, is there?
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Oh, no, apologise. It's like he's giving it his all, and it's like, oh, it's not good enough.
The only exception of the usage of that word was for Professor Bitch in
Okay.
Assassination Classroom. Okay?
Alright, yeah, but still, she kind of irks me, you know?
But yeah, like, because they were literally calling her that. That's the whole joke,
Yeah.
and I wanted to continue that joke with with those episodes.
Alright.
Preparing to play again, Kay sees Carey sleeping, putting his jacket over her as a blanket. Later on, Carey asks Tsubaki how her regionals are going, and the only thing she has to worry about is injury on Kay's end. Carey thinks he's close, so at least she sees something in him. Tsubaki wants Kay to get back to playing the piano, not to suffer, but Carey says he's trying to turn that suffering into the notes that he's playing. Tsubaki asks why he's being so supportive of Kay, or why she's being so supportive of Kay, only to get back the same answer she gave to describe him. It's like, well, he's a musician. That's like her go-to response.
They're gonna need a bit more than that.
Yeah, give me more, like...
What's his hair colour? Iris colour? How old is he? What does he wear? What division is he in? Something.
How big is he?
How tall?
What?
How tall is he?
No, that's not what I meant.
Oh, she wishes she knew.
I'm talking about, like,
Yeah.
because it is... I don't want to spoil, actually.
The moment Kaori and Tsubaka separate to go to their homes, Kaori quickly doubles back the way she came. Tsubaka gets a surprise. It's Tsubaki, but I like the term
Yeah, Tsubaka's funny.
Tsubaka gets a surprise call from Saito, but stops when she realizes that the Wii Kaori always talks about does not have it in her.
Does not have her in it.
Does not have it in her. Even with glasses, I can't read this right. Kaori finds Cayman at school, still working hard on figuring out who he wants to play the piece for, asking if he resents her, breaking down in tears by forcing the piano on him. But Cayman says if it looks like he's still struggling, that's not good, returning the quote back to Kaori and thanking her.
So, I don't know what happened with the internet there. I think it was the internet and not the actual OBS. No, you don't need to click anything.
I think I do.
No, now you just scrolled away from
Scroll
the thing.
down.
Yeah, that's why you do this.
You just said you don't need to click anything.
Well, because the paragraph was right there.
Oh, I don't know, I like to see it all.
Anyway, at an assembly rally for the regionals, Ryota is quick to swipe the mic when it's the soccer team's turn to rally support. Make it about himself, obviously.
Like always.
Big ego and everything. And naturally, the girls swoon over him because of his massive... You know what.
Charisma.
We'll go with that.
Because charisma starts with C.
Meanwhile, Kosei catches Tsubaki's gaze, and she quickly turns away because she doesn't want to look at him. It's like, baka. In the music room, Kosei is shocked. His piano playing still sounds like garbage, but to Carey it's at least still garbage, because he has the set piece down pat. Kosei wants to keep practicing, but Carey makes him go outside and cheer for regionals, which is currently, rather conveniently, the baseball game. Seeing Kosei cheer for her cheers her up until she sees Kaori stand next to him. It's like, get out of my life.
You're ruining my life! Leave me alone!
And it causes her to perform poorly in the game. It's just like she just lets the emotions get to her. It's like, what? If she hadn't have seen him, she would have been fine. In the flashback, Tsubaki talks to Saito about the story from the opening of the episode, complaining about how he made her carry him home on her shoulders. Saito laughs about the fact that Tsubaki talks about that all that Tsubaki just talks about is Kosei. It's like, clearly she likes him.
Yeah.
Bringing the story back to the present, and how she realizes she likes Kosei, and how they're always together. In that state of mind, Tsubaki tries running for home base, but is tagged out by the catcher, costing her team the game. It's like,
Naked Gun free.
yeah. That's 33.5, isn't it?
Yeah, 3.5. Because we got Naked Gun, then Naked Gun 2.5, then 3.5.
Yeah. Anyway, that night, now notices Kosei down the road and goes home a different way so that he and Tsubaki can have a moment alone. Kosei kicks her leg, revealing she got injured during the game. It's like, so he carries her home like she did so long ago. She asks to let him worry about her every once in a while, before making a comment about her weight and saying it really, and saving it by saying she really is a girl after all. It's like,
Nani, what a twist.
boys, one thing you never do is comment on a woman's weight. That's how you get slapped. Isn't
yeah,
it?
Like, this anime, there's this guy, I saw on a clip, and he's like reading a book, and he's walking through like the spa, but he ends up in the woman's spa. And it says to a woman there, and she's like, what? And he just looks at her and he goes, lose some weight.
Tsubaki breaks down in tears for losing the game for her team and a swollen ankle, and in that she wonders why the star sparkles so brightly still. With the listing of the players in the next My Hero competition public, 2 Pacific players get fired up seeing that Kosei is coming back to it since his breakdown. Which brings us to the end of episode 6. It's like, oh, now we're getting serious.
Oh boy.
As serious as you can get with music. I'm getting a glass of water.
Alright.
Start us off with episode 7.
While sitting on the swing, K-Man is confronted by a black cat speaking with his mum's voice, reminding him to calm down and that he's no Beethoven or Chopin. At Ryota's game, K-Man is amazed by Ryota's skill, only to be outstunned by Ryota's fan group, followed by Tsubaka's and Kaori's craziness. However, after dodging the other team, his shot at the goal goes wide and hits the sidebar, flying away from the goal. Since he missed his chance of being a star, it all comes down to K-Man to be the famous one. Hiding away in the bathroom, Ryota finally breaks down in tears as his failed attempt at becoming a star. K-Man is now 1 week out from the My Who competition. Calendar is incorrect to July, which has 31 days, not 30. And he knows his selection from heart, but he still needs practice. He's worried he won't sparkle and gets distracted in his own mind, thinking about his awful music that he trips over at the presence of his mum's voice. Kaori rushes to the nurse's office to check on K-Man, finding him casually eating a sandwich.
Yeah, he's just like there, just like, egg sandwich.
It's delicious.
And the Kaori was like, she knows how to be worried about someone, at least.
Yeah.
But when she finds out that it's just that, it's like, are you kidding me? I need to move. Just read. After school, Kosei reveals he had 5 egg sandwiches before stopping in the presence of a similar cat he's been seeing in his mind. Dropping to his knees and dry heaving. It's like, well, that's what happens when you have 5 egg sandwiches and see a cat, isn't it?
Yep.
Very specific, but At the park, Kosei explains what happened to his black cat named Chelsea, how his mother took her away and abandoned her all over one scratched hand. Ever since, Kosei has been trapped in his mother's shadow. Unexpectedly, Kaori starts listing everything about him, his likes and his inabilities, like she's reading a descriptive sheet on him. It's like, here's your D&D sheet. Let me read it off. All to show he's not in his mother's shadow. Kaori jumps up announcing they don't have weird haircuts like Europeans, and that they're not chopping, and to play the piano with sincerity. Sincerity. Thank you. Sincerity. She quickly switches to anger when Kosei uses the word sometimes to describe her ways with words. Switching back to supportive, Gary quotes Charlie Brown's line of, "When you're depressed, it always helps to lean your head on your arms. Arms like to feel useful."
Sin City.
What?
What?
What was that?
Nothing.
Sin City.
Yeah. I was thinking of another word.
Are you sure you're not thinking of the movie?
Oh, it is a good movie. You know it's a sequel?
No.
No, it's good as the original. Maybe the one I saw was the second one, I don't know.
Talking once again to his mum, he says he still struggles to hear the notes, but thanks to Carrie's belief in the power of music, he's going to try believing in it too.
Because we can't touch music, but music can touch us.
In any place.
Yeah, I did not mean it like that.
At the performance hall, Kosei goes to get ready. They're stopped by Carrie smashing her head into his back to tell him his entry number is Koshel number 265. I'm pretty sure I said that right.
Yeah.
Mozart's Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Not that it's a bad thing though. Probably the worst part is her head slamming into his back. Just like, oh, back pain. So back pain.
At least she didn't slam into the fence and get her antlers stuck in it.
Really? Are you really quoting like my dear friend Nokatan?
Well, perhaps. Or maybe it was a happy coincidence. As I could be quoting something else and you're like, oh, it's from that anime. What?
No, but like the only thing I know with a deer of recent time is that
Maybe that.
either that or somehow you're referencing something I did not see in Nichiju. Because there's only like one scene with a deer in that.
I'm referencing a fawn.
You said getting the antlers stuck though.
Yeah, as a fawn grows, as it grows up, it gets the antlers.
You want to take the next one?
I don't even know who we are.
We are.
Alright.
Yeah.
Inside, K-Man sees his opponents, Emi, Igawa, and Takashi Aiza. Remembering when he went up against them in the past, Kid Takashi is annoyed by Kid K, who left without checking the result, thinking that K-Man just knows he won. Kid Emi understands what is going through K's head.
K's head.
Through K's.
You can just call him K.
Through K's head, how he doesn't like being around others and probably even himself. When Takashi introduces himself to K, he's lost, wondering who Takashi even is.
It's like,
And the only
do I know you?
the only Takashi I know is Takashi Sensei from Naruto.
Not even the game show.
Is there another
Takashi's
Takashi?
Castle.
Have we covered that?
No, that's just a game show.
No.
But it's the same name.
Then no, I don't know. Oh, as Kaori and Tsubaka take their seats, Ryota joins them, telling them what he heard in the bathroom about Kei and some mind-blowing technique he has. His ability to play exactly to the score Kiori looks down at the stage with a sullen expression, not happy with Kei's ability to play exactly to the score, and the hate that garters from the younger generation seeking uniqueness.
Uniqueness.
Uniqueness. Kei did have a period of time where he did a lot of competitions while his brother was hospitalized, where he became known as the human wunderbar. The human metronome.
Yeah, which sounds like a terrible superpower. Or a superhero name. The human metronome.
Well, I think Safe Space is a worse name.
What?
Safe Space.
Anyway, Takeshi is upset that Kosei has seemingly forgotten them, but Emi knows that he never got to know them in the first place. He was like, oh, it's just two people I know from my past. I don't know their names, because I never talked to them, but I know them. The competition gets underway as Takeshi talks about how Kosei vanished like a mirage the moment he reached out, and he's happy to see Kosei has returned. And in the audience, Rota passes out at the first competitor, making Kiori angry and striking Savagi.
Oh, that's it then. I'm the Starcraft.
Wait,
Signing off.
all the other competitors are nervous, along with Takeshi getting nervous too, and Kosei getting extremely terrified and aware of his own heartbeat. As Takeshi passes Kosei going to perform, he notices that Takeshi is nervous, remembering that Kiori said that everyone is afraid to get up on the stage and perform. Taking the stage, the energy in the performance hall changes since Takeshi won last year. Takeshi decided to take the music competition this year, all to settle the score with Kei once and for all.
Kei doesn't even have a score to settle.
Hmm?
Kei doesn't even have a score to settle, you know?
Well, he's trying to settle the score with, like, in his own mind.
Yeah, but it's like he's not doing it to win against the other guy. He's doing it for himself.
Yeah, this is a good reason why I love this anime. It's like, as much as you think it's a one-layered story, it has so many layers to it.
Yeah.
But, so Takeshi performs Chopin's to OP number 10, OP 10 number 4 in C sharp minor.
Seashells by the seashore.
In C sharp minor, also known as the torrent etude. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the German words correct.
Probably not. That well.
So that's the end of episode 7. We're going into episode 8. You want to take the first the first paragraph of episode 8?
So I get blamed when it's butchered.
No, I just want to hear you try and say it. That's all.
Takashi's invitation letter to the Schubestein competition is shown on a screen, confirming the date as 30 July 2012. However, Takashi turns it down, also denied a chance at overseas exposure before the Chopin competition, all because of Kei's potential return to the Maihao competition.
Just so you know, those that are watching this live, I love to do my date research. I love to try and figure out a date for an anime. Yeah. Give it a year and all that. Anyway, continue.
Contented. Day of the performance, Takashi gets on stage to perform Tora Etude with Emi and Kei, listening to his performance. Tsubaka is left, bless you. Tsubaka is left wondering, will the Psycrafter sneeze a second time? And if it's the same piano that everyone has been using for the competition. And the judges note he's playing with sincerity.
Actually, can we pull the mic over? I forgot to pull it over at the start. Be careful if you play. No. move the wire over your plate.
How's that?
Like,
Oh, that.
like that. Yeah, you didn't need to move your plate. So just put that there, so it at least picks up our voices better.
Alright. Oh,
Sorry.
Takashi hopes Kei is listening to his performance, hearing him say he's here, and wanting Kei to play just as well. The Torah etude is a length of 2:31, whereas Takashi's performance is only 1.58.
So yeah, for every piece of music, I made sure I looked up how long it was, like the names, to as accurate as possible.
Everyone loves the performance, along with Ryota's annoyed clapping and the Takashi Brigade's cheers. Backstage, Emi explains to Kei that Takashi reached his point of talent thanks to him. Takashi gets backstage before finally tumbling from exhaustion, glad that his performance is over. Confronted by Emi and Kei, Takashi is quick to ask if Kei saw his performance, but is surprised by his casual response of how amazing it was. During the intermission, the judges talk about how high-reaching Takashi's talent is, and that he's ready to take the world by storm. Comparatively, Emi seems to have fallen far behind the pack in recent competitions. Ryota looks at Emi's picture and calls her cute, forgetting he's sitting near Kaori. But she doesn't seem bothered at first, until he starts calling Emi by her first name.
It's like, bro, you're dating one girl, you're seeing another girl on the side, and then you're looking at the picture of a third girl and being like, oh, I want to do her too.
Oh, yeah, well, something about pianos, chicks love him.
It's just like, is he trying to build a harem on purpose?
Possibly. Using music to brainwash him.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna go and turn the AC on, because it's a bit warm.
Alright. During the... where was I? Here we go. But she doesn't seem bothered at it until he starts calling Emi by her first name. Kaori knows that Emi has been struggling with recent piano competitions as well. Takashi's piano coach, Akira Takayanaga, sits down next to Emi's piano coach, Miss Ochaya, to ask how things are going for Emi. She knows he's going to be smug about how impressive Takashi's performance was and let him gloat. Akira asks how Emi is going with the practice. However, her performance capability seems to be swayed by the simplest of little things, like the water or her shoes.
Weather.
The weather. Today won't be a bad performance because for her, Kei is back to be vanquished in her eye.
Oh.
In her eyes. That's the bottom.
Go for it. I'll continue on. Preparing to perform a piece, Emi experiences goosebumps and her complexion turning red, making her happy since it's been 2 years since that experience. In a flashback, Emi shares her story of hearing Kosei play the piano for the first time with Miss Chaya. Ooh, wow, that got right. With Miss Chaya, and in that moment she dedicated herself to the piano. That performance set in Kiyosei's mother's, Misaki's mind that Kosei could become one of the best musicians to exist, what she couldn't achieve. Backstage, Takeshi says it seems like Emi has something about Kosei she likes because of the statements like how Takeshi doesn't know the real Kosei. Everyone is noting how pretty Emi is, and she starts her performance of Chopin's Etude Op. 25 number 11 in A minor, also known as the Winter Wind Etude. Akira, Takeshi, and Kosei are taken aback by how incredible the piece sounds. While Emi plays, she's thinking about why she's so in sync with the piano, realizing that it's because Kosei is back. Seeing the performance in the back, Emi's performance reaches Kosei in a way that he sees her emotions in red and yellow, along with everyone else. Emi knows that the winter wind attitude is under 4 minutes, and even though her performance was under those 4 minutes, it was longer than the actual piece by 18 seconds, the piece being 3 minutes and 41 seconds long. And that brings us to the end of episode 8. Moving on to episode 9. After hearing so we're in a flashback. After hearing Kid Kosei's performance, Kid Emi climbed atop a jungle gym to announce she's going to be a pianist, throwing away her art set. She wanted to see what Kosei sees during his performances, practicing hard to be where she is now. Emi storms backstage to confront Kosei, making Takeshi think she's about to confess her feelings, but she continues on to get changed. It's like, oh, drama! During the break, Kaori goes to the bathroom to take a melody of medication, catching the eye of 2 other ladies that comment on the medication. Getting back to Tsubaki and Rota, Kaori sees Tsubaki worrying over Kosei's performance, all while Rota is on lookout for hot ladies. See a hot cougar. What?
I heard hot ladies. I'm like, wait. I'm back, where are they?
Okay, Rota, calm down. They're not actually present
Oh.
in this area.
Oh.
But you did find them earlier. Also, if anyone knows the medication that Kaori takes, can you put it like either in the chat of the live stream or the comments of the YouTube video?
It's to help with focus, isn't it?
No, like we do find out later that she does have certain medical things going on.
Yeah. It could be cocaine pills.
No.
That's why she's so focused.
No.
No, because she's so excited.
No, she has enough energy to focus.
Well, yeah, because she's taking the tablets.
No. You want to take the next point since you're back?
Yeah, where are we? What point?
There we go.
Backstage, Kay is scrolling.
Hey!
Kay is getting anxious about his performance, noticing that his heart is beating faster than ever. Remembering how amazing Takashi and Emi were, Takashi and Emi are not happy with Kay's choice of piece for the competition because it's Chopin's Elude Op 25 number 5 in E minor, nicknamed the wrong note. Elude due to...
I'm pretty sure it's etude. Because it's like A-T-U-D-E.
Yeah, etude. Due to dissonant mirror seconds.
Minor
seconds, which is not a difficult piece. Turns out Kaori chose Kay's piece by tossing down a pencil and choosing where it landed, but to her it didn't matter the piece, just that Kay gave it a go. Walking onto stage, Kay sees a kid with a cat plushie with a black ring around one eye, freezing in place and remembering a time Tsubaki wanted to play dodgeball with him and hiding his welts from her. One day, Kid K visited Saki with her laundry and the certificate of his win in the Naga Memorial Competition, where he made his promise to win as many times as possible so he gets better.
So yeah, she's kind of like Saki at that point of the story is in the hospital.
Kay is overwhelmed by the prospect of playing on stage, but forces himself to play to the shock of Kaori. During the performance, he remembers Kaori asking how he wants to play the piece, and hears Saki telling him that he needs to play the music as the score intends.
So I feel like he needs to meet in the middle of these.
Yeah.
Like, play how the score intends, but also put emotion in there. Because, like, he could still sort of be, like, the human metronome of music, while also actually showing emotion.
Yeah.
In a flashback, Kid Tsubaki and Rota follow Kid Kosei home as he returns from shopping with a heap of egg sandwiches. Dude loves his egg sandwiches.
Hey, yeah, I'll tell you, Tom, the only time I eat as much eggs as he does is when I'm making a protein pancake.
Oh my god.
Like 2 eggs.
Well, I'm pretty
He
sure
mix it all together.
I'm pretty sure he has at least
Agreed.
5 sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially when
Unless
he said
he's
he
trying
had
to-
5 egg sandwiches.
Unless he's trying to bulk up, it's a bit unnecessary.
He just loves eggs. Tsubaki says she will bring Kosei and Saki her leftovers from last night. And Rota asks how his mum is doing. So this is still in the flashback. Saki is about to be hospitalized, and Kosei believes that it's all his fault because of her getting angry at him and not perfecting the score sooner. It's like, that's just an unfortunate situation, isn't it?
Yep.
Isn't it?
Yeah, so unfortunate.
Kosei reveals Saki will be able to come see his next performance. After that performance, though, Saki beats Kosei with a cane for the terrible performance. Until he bleeds.
Yes, because that's definitely friends you want.
Well, it's his mum.
Yeah, sorry, it's definitely the family you want.
In retaliation, Kosei throws the score in Saki's face, saying how he put up with everything to make her happy and feel better. But if she's gonna be like this, he wishes she would die. Bad choice of words, mate.
Well, good, depending, because...
So she does.
Yeah.
And the most important thing to him right now is the competition finals in a few days. Back at Kosei's current performance, Kosei, Kaori, Takeshi, and Emi all hear the change in Kosei's performance as Kosei loses the sound of the notes. It's just like, it starts off good and then it's just like nothing. But it goes off the rails. And I don't think he ends up stopping though, because the evening after, so that's the end of episode 9. We're going into episode 10. The evening after Rota's loss at the soccer game, he tells Kosei what his plan was for the future, which includes moving to the UK and stirring up rumours. Oh boy, he had his ego in big form, didn't he?
Yeah.
Kosei states that setbacks come with the territory of being a superstar. How it's more dramatic and a perfect setup for Kosei's victory. Rota wants Kosei to become the star of the season, knowing he still can't hear the piano, but wants to see him shine bright like the stars. Everyone is noticing how wrong Kosei's performance is sounding. He's playing getting faster and more erratic. Trying to take the notes with his whole body, his mind is suddenly gripped by Saki, saying that his inability to hear the notes is his punishment for not achieving his dream. Kosei decides he should stop while he's ahead, which everyone senses, but Kaori, Tsubaki, and Emi all want him to keep playing. You good there?
Yeah, I'm good. Just visualizing it in my head.
Are you sure you are?
Yeah,
Are you sure you're not just falling asleep?
No, I'm good. I'm ready.
You sure you don't need a coffee?
Yeah, I probably need one, but we're still here.
Well then, get to reading, buddy.
But stop he does, meaning he'll be automatically disqualified, remembering how he cost Kaori her competition. With that in mind, he starts again, placing his imagery of the day in the music room for Kaori, bringing a positive light to his music once more. I think that's aura you mean. He gets a light to his aura.
Yeah. No.
The music
Well,
is
no,
just a metaphor.
Yeah, it's music and aura, basically. Because it's literally the music, as we will see.
The power of the music delivered to everyone to the sensations of being in that very music room with the smell of chalk, the broken window, and everyone else in
Everything.
the scene. Everything. Kay is playing the piece for Kaori to her, the only reason he started the piece again, hoping it reached her.
Yeah, so that's why I said the music, not really the aura, because it literally is like the music.
Yeah.
He's bringing a scene to life with the music.
Emmy sees the K from years ago before the last visual of a cherry blossom tree bookends the piece. Funny thing, did you know cherry blossoms and watermelons don't bloom in the same season?
Really?
Yes.
Well, I figured that might be the case.
Yeah.
Because cherry blossoms are April to, like, June, aren't they?
I think so.
And then watermelon would be the opposite end of this spectrum, right?
Yeah. Except not in Assassin's Creed Shadows, they're both blooms the same season. But the watermelons probably come through because of the character.
Ah.
You know what I mean?
Anyway, after the piece is finished, everyone is so transfixed by the performance they forgot to clap. It's like, what? Oh yeah.
That scene from Dodgeball, if you've seen that, and he scores the alley-oop for the first time, they're like, what the hell just happened?
Takeshi leaves the performance, and Akira goes to leave too, but notices that the music is somehow still resonating. His piece even reaches Saki's spirit, and for the first time, she lights up and smiles. Mr. Kazama is once again the only person upset with the performance. Because he's got a hard on for being perfect.
Yeah.
And Emmy does agree with his assessment, but also notes how the notes felt like April. Which is interesting, because we're not even in April anymore in this story. Want to start us off
Why not?
for episode 11? Because that was episode 10. It was a bit of a shorter one, but that was mainly because it was just the piece of music.
The episode starts with a knockoff anime Superman to represent how Kid Takashi sees Kid K, who he plays the piano
When he
plays the piano. But now K is different. As K walks past Mr. Kazama, he stops to say that a piano competition is a sacred place of music, not a place to discover yourself. Hiroko Seto appears beside him to complain about Mr. Kazama, annoyed by Kay calling her by her first name.
No, her last name.
Her last name.
It's like he calls her like Miss Seta.
Her last potato name.
She wants him to call her Hiroko.
Ryota, Tsubaka, and Kaori all have different reactions to seeing Hiroko and Kei interact. Ryota is upset that Kei knows a stunner. Tsubaka is surprised to be seeing.
Sorry, I'm just trying to pull you over a bit because you're sort of out of the camera.
More aspects of Kei and Kaori, knowing Hiroko as Japan's leading pianist.
So I just need to turn this a bit because you're sort of out of the camera. There we go. That's much better.
Hiroko knew Saki back when they were in college, which naturally means Kei would know her. Kei is suddenly embarrassed by Hiroko hugging him in front of everyone, and in a flashback, it seems that Hiroko is partially responsible for Saki's obsession of Kei being a pianist, and is sorry for this path he was forced to take.
It's just when you end up being the cause of of all the problems in the world of this one person.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, what do you do then? Just take the responsibility of it? Ooh. Your fingers okay there?
Yeah, getting ready for that piano.
Hiroko asks if Kosei is saying to see the results and slaps him hard on the back for the spectacular bomb of a performance. She then asks who the better performance was for, Tsubaki or Kaori, saying how the piano sang it, "I love you." With the posting of results, Takeshi and Emi are upset by the fact that Kosei's name is not on the list of those that cleared preliminaries. Since Kosei stayed to see the posting though, he finally gets to see the reactions of others that made it and those that didn't. You good there?
Yeah, I'm good. Especially all those who didn't.
No, you're just falling asleep. Don't you dare lie.
I had a busy day.
Having to confront Takeshi and Emi, he explains that he really did give it his all, practicing until he passed out, and if his performance is still sloppy, that's what he has to give. Emi notes that Kosei has found a reason to play, that his playing has found a sense of mischievousness. Later that night, Tsubaki and Rota argue over who has to cheer Kosei up for losing, but Kosei is not upset. He got to perform. He did well. Kosei can't help but think about everything, causing him to start running and screaming for no reason. You good there?
Yeah.
You're just picturing him running and screaming?
Uh-huh.
Kaori returns home to her parents, who ask how was it with Kosei today, and mentioning she has a letter. Going to her room, Kaori uses a support bar to get around and lays down on the bed, the letter being from the Toa music competition. Interesting that they have to have a support bar in their house, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's interesting that she has to have a support bar in her house.
Yes, it's very interesting. Why would she need that, I wonder?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to give you a hint.
Yeah, I know, a support bar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but why would she need that?
well, support.
She looks very healthy.
Yeah, she's probably a gymnast in her spare time, and that's what it's for.
I'm trying to clue you in on what's gonna happen.
Ah, okay, yeah.
In a subtle way, of course. The next morning, Hiroko visits Kosei, finding the front door unlocked, shoes hastily taken off and bags dropped, with him laying in front of the piano surrounded by his sheet music with sore fingers. Hiroko picks him up by the legs, before noticing he's wearing the same clothes as yesterday, and forcibly undresses him in front of her daughter.
No!
Koharu, I think she leaves his underwear on.
I think you can call the police on that.
Koharu can call the police on her own mum
Yeah.
for undressing someone without permission.
She's causing me to change against my will. I'm an adult.
No.
I'm a child being
Yeah, the child could...
forced by an adult. I need an adult.
My mum is forcing someone else to get undressed. Kosei prepares her black coffee, and she asks if his dad, Takahiko, is still going on business. He asks Koharu if milk would be okay for her, but she just hides away from him, and she's like the little kid that's nervous. The conversation turns to Kosei going back to play the piano, Hiroko asking what brought him back to it, but cuts away to the school roof, so we don't learn it yet.
Yeah. Kay mentions how it's almost summer vacation, but Kaori barges through the roof door to say that for her and Kay, there are no breaks. That's because the letter Kaori received is an invitation to a gala concert for them. Kay has already chosen the piece they'll be playing at the concert, and it's Kresla's Liverstead, also known as Love Sorrow, and is one part of the three-piece Alt Wiener Hans Wien.
I know it's not supposed to be funny, but that's just how it's spelled.
which is more subdued.
It's a more subdued piece than the other two pieces
yeah.
of the performance.
She thinks that the most subdued piece will make them stand, but Kay wants to do something cooler. In response, Kaori focuses on approaching to her violin and turns around, ready to practice. Back to the conversation with Hiroko, Kay explains how he met Kaori, and during his debut performance, he decided to be like her and become a weird pianist, asking her to teach him the piano.
So Kaori is not happy with their practice performance, but she's suddenly distracted by fireflies and how pretty they are. Catching one in her hand and noticing how weak they are, but still shining with all their might.
Shine bright like a diamond.
She asks Kosei how his first performance in ages was, pretending to be a reporter.
Yeah, well.
Kosei explains how he sensed how everyone was playing for a particular reason, sharing a message. When she asks what Kosei had in his heart for his performance, he reveals it was her. As he walks away to go home, Kaori quotes Charlie Brown again, whispering the line, "You know, I'm not always going to be around to help you."
Yeah, well, good riddance. Get out of here.
Hey, don't say that to her.
Yeah,
She'll be she's a fly that never leaves you alone.
What do you do when a fly doesn't leave you alone?
Bug spray.
Yes, swat it.
Swat it and kill it?
Yeah. But since it probably won't be able to kill her, since the fly swatter won't be enough to kill it, we'll just be like, stop bullying me.
Here in the particular areas that make her run off.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the end of episode 11.
Yeah.
So we're going to end today's podcast section of the stream now in episode. For YouTube, links will be in the description to both Bailey's channels, both my channels. For you guys to check out, don't forget to subscribe to the notification bell so next video comes out. A ding, 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 a ding.
Dong dong, dong dong.
And for Twitch, we're going to be continuing on. Also, I did forget. I'm Psycrafter out.
Hey everyone, that's not. Oh no, I'm totally a drunkie.